Welcome to Mamamia.
Hello and welcome to the Mamamia Project. My name's Daz and I am the mama behind the Mia. Hello and welcome to the Mamamia Project. Hopefully this time I actually do it right. I am Daz and I am the mama behind the Mia. I am the founder of this whole project. It focuses on parenting, mental health and taboo topics. Here we kind of take topics and subjects that society struggles to talk about and society struggles to face, and we talk about it, we explore it, we want to look into it and understand the psychology and education behind it and give it to you in a way that is understandable and not in like big words. So that's kind of what we do. We also are making products that can genuinely make a difference to children's mental health and family dynamics, but that's all going to come and you'll see all of that. But normally my videos would be quite serious and quite you know, like straight to the point. Well, no, I normally ramble on a lot, to be fair, but you know what I mean, like it will be a lot about a topic and what I'm talking about. So I thought this one would be slightly light-hearted. I haven't written down what to write and all that stuff. Well, I've written a little bit, but you know what I mean, because I am quite funny. I'm not that serious as much as it will come across like that. So if you know me, then you know I'm a bit mental. You know that what my journey has been to get to this point in my life. But if you don't know me, I'd love it for you to get to know me a bit. So here is a little snippet of kind of the last 2 years and how Mamamia started. So I went from this to this in the space of 2 years. Literally, if you want to change your life, you can do it in a matter of months, you can do it in a matter of years, if you truly want to. If you truly don't want to live the way you're living anymore, I promise you now that you can change it. When I started Mamamia, so I started the idea, I kind of had the idea about doing something when I had my daughter, which was about 6 years ago. So she's going to be 6 on the 27th of February, so I kind of had an idea that I wanted to do something with her. About 3 years ago I came up with the idea of doing a blog. And then when I went to launch my blog, so I'd spent a whole year filming. I went to different like cities and stuff and did little surveys and stuff about mental health. And on her birthday, someone, sorry, don't cough on camera. No, on her birthday, someone spilled a drink over my laptop, and me being an amateur, I lost pretty much all of my work. So I have been able to recover little bits over the last 2 years, but it's been hard. So I did try and carry on putting videos out there and stuff, but it was hard without any equipment, and it kind of spiraled my whole, like I was already quite suicidal, but it was like that was kind of keeping me going, and then when I lost that, it kind of felt like I'd lost everything. So I went through a really huge stage where I lost my mind, I lost myself, I nearly lost my life. Like, it's really serious, I did actually nearly lose my life. But I'm here to tell a story. I'm here to talk about suicide and talk about the realities of it, because when I did this, I didn't realise I'd go through it at the time of trying to do it. So it was quite interesting for me to be trying to do it whilst I was ill, and then now I'm in a place where I can actually talk about mental health and talk about different taboos like homelessness, like rape culture, like domestics and stuff like that, in a way that's a lot more empathetic, because I know now what it's like to go through these different things. So yeah, we're back to do that. Swear to God, don't fucking people, do not say that. Or whenever fucking just really. But I'm just so. I remember when I was kind of like, now I can't believe I'm having to watch these back. It's not embarrassing. It like triggers an emotion in me, but then when I'm on camera I kind of laugh because I don't know how else to handle it. But it's really sad for me to watch these back, because I can't believe I actually was doing this, and a lot of it was not validation from other people but validation of myself, because I was so, it was like my own diary, like my self-expression of diary, and I was, you know, like I was so scared of not being able to get to where I wanted to get to, and I wasn't actually doing the right things to get there. So instead of working on it properly, I was airing it out, airing it and convincing myself that it was all going to happen, when I was living in a world of like darkness, and the light was, you know, it was really hard, and I lost a lot of my own respect. So naturally, if you lose a lot of your self-respect, you act in a type of way, and then you lose a lot of respect generally from people that I had a lot of respect when I first had my daughter. I was in, you know, a relationship and we were private renting and stuff, and I had a lot of respect. So to go from that to that really affected my mental health on top of how I was already feeling. So yeah, to watch it back, it like it's hard, you know. But yeah, 2018, 2019, I was still in WHOWEARE Green, which was my old house, which a lot of things happened there, and it was just a turbulent, you know. So everything I kind of, like all of these videos that I'm kind of putting out now are true expressions. Like I would literally go from 1 minute screaming and crying and wanting to next minute go, no, right, I'm gonna go away, I'm gonna go to Brighton, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that, and I would go and do it. And then there was times where I actually would say I was going somewhere, and I wouldn't, and I'd just lock myself up in my room and I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't do nothing, I wouldn't shower, I wouldn't do nothing for them days, and like just pretended I was away because I was so far gone from what was going on in society. I couldn't deal with it anymore. It was scary. On my 22nd birthday, I told myself, right, on your 22nd, you don't want anything else other than to feel better and to give your daughter a good life. It's either now or it's not. You're done, you know. So I told myself I'm going to go to the council, get myself sorted with housing, go to uni, try and get a place in uni and stuff like that. And I said to myself, if that didn't happen, then I'd be done. And the day after my 22nd, I was moved into a hotel and then into a hostel. I got my place at uni 2 weeks later, and I kind of started my journey on recovery. Journey of recovery was really difficult for me. I met my partner that I'm engaged to now, and that was amazing, but it was hard times because he had to deal with me recovering from all of the traumas I'd been through, and my mental health, and you know, like even me having to rebuild my relationship with my daughter. He was there a lot of the time, and that was an up and down roller coaster for myself. So for him to deal with it, it was hard, but it's been an amazing journey to get to where I am. When I was housed, I got a lot of support getting into a position where I could private rent, to get into work, to have a clear mental health, to learn about finances and stuff, so I don't get back into the same position. And I managed to get to a position where I could private rent, and then I found my home that I'm in now, which is just it's my peace. I'm so happy that I'm finding a place where I can just live and focus on my dreams and my goals. And even though life is still hectic and life happens, and don't get me wrong, it's stress, I can now focus and I now have what I want. So where I was so suicidal and I really didn't want to be there, and I nearly lost my life so many times, I am so grateful for every single day, every moment, every minute of, because I know what it's like to really lose that. And some people do it in less time, some people do it in more time. It doesn't take a day to change your life, it takes years, and it takes a lot of facing your traumas and stuff. And I just want to show you, like I just want to show you that I am living proof that it does get better, that you can be in a point like this and then be like this years later. But it takes a lot of strength, self-recovery, self-growth, like facing a lot of demons and dealing with them in a way that you know you're going to recover, and that you can manage that. No matter how many times it comes back up in your mind, up in your life, how many times it triggers you, you can manage that. Managing is the most important thing. So that brings me on to what we're kind of going to do. I'm going to do little mini series that I kind of did on my IGTVs, but I'm going to do them in depth. So like stop suicide. I've got a campaign coming up on rape culture. That's a worldwide one that has a few different people from different places in the world talking about their perspective of their community, about their own experiences, about life, about rape culture and how we can change it and how we can stop the taboo and stuff. And some of these people come from different backgrounds of education or have some sort of passion in them, so it'll be really interesting and lovely to see. But yeah, I've got loads of different series, like how the media, like different ways the media affects mental health and the way media affects society. I've got external factors, so how sex affects mental health and the good and the bad and all that jazz. So yeah, there's going to be loads that comes, and will go alongside my products is children mental health and how we can make a difference in that whole world, like how we can help our children. Our children are the future. Our children are going to grow to be the next generation, to be our leaders, to be our, you know, shopkeepers, to be every single part of society that we need to make a difference to each other, to give each other hope, to give each other motivation. And we were kind of broken. Like, even if people didn't go through massive trauma, we're still, for some reason, so many adults that are broken and suffering, even if they didn't go through massive trauma, because they weren't taught how to deal with their emotions. So we, as their caregivers, we as the adults around, we as the older generation, are responsible for teaching our children not what's right and what's wrong, but that everything, every emotion is normal, and it's how we manage these, it's how we look after these, it's how we care about ourselves. And that is, yeah, that is the beginning of everything. So that's where we're at. I'm really excited to be back. I'm really excited to, Mia's got her videos as well coming out, and stuff, and yeah, it's gonna be Mia and Mama behind the Mia. And yeah, and I'm gonna try my videos not to make it like, you know, I'm not trying to talk about myself, I'm not trying to talk about my life, and even though I talk about different experiences, because that does help make like build a picture of a perspective, I'm gonna try and talk about different perspectives and different ideas and different alternatives and the psychology and the ideas behind it, because everyone is different, so everyone goes through different things, and you can't put one experience and expect everyone to have felt or gone through the same thing. So that's why it's important to look at all perspectives, and that's kind of what we do. That's the slogan for mental health, to live life with different perspectives. If you want to collaborate with a video, if you are interested in taking part in any, like if you've got a story that you want to tell or a topic that you want to be like me to talk about, I'm more than happy to do. Just DM me. I can do it anonymously, I can do it with you. That's what I'm trying to do, get involved in topics that I can create awareness on and get these really important messages out. So yeah, subscribe to my page, subscribe to my channel, like, share, do all of that stuff down below. Thank you very much, because we need to spread the word that we can live life through different perspectives, and we can start to build a better mental health, a better attitude and relationship to taboo topics, and how we talk about them and how we react to them. And with that, we can start to feel better. If we feel better, then the world will start to become better, because we'll be doing things to make the world better. So yeah, subscribe. I love you all so much.